Nightmare Night 2, Ghost Pony's Pirate Advent, Chapter 1, The Haunting of Ponyville. Nightmare Night had arrived in Ponyville once again, and the streets were alive with lanterns, costumes, and laughter. This year, Ghost Pony, Princess Kincaid, and their friends were excited to celebrate the spooky night in style. Ghost Pony stood in front of a mirror, adjusting his pirate hat with a grin. His costume was elaborate, complete with a tricorn hat, a long coat, a sword by his side, and a shimmering golden earring dangling from one ear. "Ah! Tonight I be Captain Ghost Pony, Terror of the Seven Seas!" Ghost Pony announced, striking a dramatic pirate pose. Princess Kincaid giggled from behind him, fiddling with her test tubes and gadgets as part of her mad scientist costume. "And I'll be experimenting on anyone who crosses my path tonight. Maha!" she added playfully, her eyes wide behind a pair of large round goggles. Fiery Ratchet, dressed as a detective with a magnifying glass in one hoof, raised an eyebrow at them both. "I'm not sure who's scarier, a pirate or a mad scientist. But if there's any mystery to solve tonight, leave it to Detective Fiery Ratchet." Ghost Pony gave a hearty laugh. "Ye best be ready, matey. The only mystery tonight will be where I hid the treasure." The group shared a laugh as they prepared to head out for the night's festivities, unaware of the adventure that awaited them. Chapter 2, The Mysterious Map. As they wandered through Ponyville, collecting treats and admiring the costumes, Ghost Pony's eyes caught something unusual by the town square. A piece of parchment lay half buried under some fallen leaves. Curious, he bent down to pick it up. "Hey, what's this?" Ghost Pony unrolled the parchment to reveal a weathered map with strange symbols and an X marked on it. "Looks like you found a treasure map, Captain," Fiery Ratchet commented, studying it closely with his magnifying glass. Princess Kincaid raised an eyebrow. "Interesting. It doesn't look like part of the decorations. Maybe it leads to something real." Ghost Pony grinned. "Then what are we waiting for, crew? Let's follow the map." With excitement brewing, the trio set off on a new path, following the directions on the map. It led them through the darker corners of Ponyville, past eerie scarecrows and creaky old buildings. The further they went, the more it seemed like the night was taking on a life of its own. "Anyone else feel like this is more than just a Nightmare Night prank?" Fiery Ratchet muttered, glancing around. "Aye, something feels off," Ghost Pony agreed, gripping his pirate sword. "But nothing this captain can't handle." Chapter 3, The Forgotten Shipwreck. The map led them to the outskirts of Ponyville, where the land dipped into a forgotten cove. There, hidden beneath overgrown trees, was the wreck of an old pirate ship, its skeletal remains half buried in the ground. Princess Kincaid gasped. "This can't be real! How could a shipwreck end up here?" "Looks like we've stumbled onto something ancient," Ghost Pony said, his voice filled with awe. "This is the treasure I've been waiting for." Fiery Ratchet stepped forward, his detective instincts kicking in. "But who left the map? And why now? There's more to this mystery than we think." Suddenly, a gust of wind howled through the trees and a voice echoed from the shadows. "You've come far, Captain Ghost Pony, but the treasure you seek is guarded by the spirits of the sea." The group froze, eyes wide. "What was that?" Princess Kincaid whispered, stepping closer to Ghost Pony. "I don't know," Ghost Pony replied, his pirate bravado faltering just a bit, "but it looks like we're about to find out." Chapter 4, The Ghostly Pirates. As they ventured closer to the shipwreck, ghostly figures began to materialize. Pirates, their translucent forms swaying with the breeze. They were the lost crew of the ship, bound to the treasure they had failed to protect. "Ye dare come for the treasure of Captain Dreadhorn?" one of the ghostly pirates bellowed, his voice like the crash of waves on a stormy night. "Only the bravest may claim it." Ghost Pony, never one to back down, raised his sword high. "I be Captain Ghost Pony, and I've come to face your challenge." The ghost pirates exchanged looks before their leader, Captain Dreadhorn, stepped forward. "Very well, Captain Ghost Pony. If ye wish to claim the treasure, ye must prove your worth. Solve our riddles, and the gold be yours. Fail, and ye'll join us as a spirit of the sea." Fiery Ratchet took a step forward, magnifying glass in hoof. "Leave the riddles to me. I've solved every mystery in Ponyville. This won't be any different." Chapter 5, The Riddle of the Sea. The ghostly pirates surrounded the trio as Captain Dreadhorn presented the first riddle. To find the chest ye seek tonight, tell me, what has keys but can't open a lock? Fiery Ratchet grinned. That's easy, a piano. The ghostly pirates murmured in approval, and Dreadhorn nodded. Aye, you've got wit, detective. Another pirate stepped forward, his voice soft and eerie. Answer this, Captain Ghostpony. I'm tall when I'm young, but short when I'm old. Ghostpony thought for a moment, then smiled. A candle. The pirate crew clapped their spectral hooves together. You're good at this, Princess Kincaid whispered, giving Ghostpony an encouraging nudge. Chapter 6, the final test. Captain Dreadhorn stepped forward for the final challenge. The last riddle will be the hardest. Fail this and ye be doomed. Answer me this, the more ye take, the more ye leave behind. What am I? Princess Kincaid, Fiery Ratchet, and Ghostpony exchanged worried glances. This one was tricky. The more you take, the more you leave behind, Ghostpony muttered, pacing back and forth. Suddenly, Princess Kincaid's eyes lit up. I've got it! Footsteps! Captain Dreadhorn's eyes flashed with approval. You've done it! The treasure is yours, Captain Ghostpony! The ghostly pirates cheered as a large chest appeared before them, glowing with ancient magic. Ghostpony approached and opened it slowly, revealing heaps of gold and sparkling jewels. Aye, the treasure is real! Ghostpony exclaimed, his eyes wide with delight. Chapter 7, A Night to Remember. As the ghosts began to fade back into the night, Captain Dreadhorn gave Ghostpony a nod of respect. You've proven yourself worthy, Captain. Enjoy your spoils, and may the winds always be at your back. With that, the spirits vanished, leaving Ghostpony, Princess Kincaid, and Fiery Ratchet standing alone in the quiet cove. Well, Fiery Ratchet said with a smirk, I'd say this was more exciting than your average nightmare night. Princess Kincaid laughed. Definitely more exciting than any mad scientist experiment I've ever done. Ghostpony sheathed his pirate sword, grinning at the treasure they had found. Aye, mateys, this was a night we won't forget. With their treasure in tow and hearts full of adventure, the trio headed back to Ponyville, ready to share their incredible tale with their friends, and maybe keep a few jewels as souvenirs.
The end.